Hi guys, this is Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins, and today I thought I'd do a short video on how to put a shoulder rest on. Now, if you're in a hurry, I'm just going to show you really quick how to put the rest on without giving you a lot of background on shoulder rests and whatnot, so you don't have to try to fast forward on the video. So most shoulder rests look like this, and they all have different ways of being adjusted and whatnot, but most of them have kind of a fatter side and then a narrower side. What you want to do is take the wider side of the shoulder rest here and put it underneath the chin rest portion of the violin. So what I like to do is find the widest spot on the violin bow here, so not here or here. Try to have it on the widest spot. So take that wider spot on the shoulder rest, place it there, and then just slide the other side on until it's tight. And that's about it. You want to get the shoulder rest on there, you want to get adjusted so it doesn't fall off, and you're good to go. And then when you're done, you put your violin away, just pop it off. It's that simple. Okay, so now I'll just talk a little bit about how to adjust your shoulder rest and what the point of a shoulder rest is. So the point of a shoulder rest is to bridge the gap between your shoulder and your jawbone. Now you don't need a shoulder rest. You can play the violin perfectly fine without it, but there are a lot of good reasons to use a shoulder rest. One is tension. Tension is your enemy when playing a stringed instrument. Tension can make it a lot more difficult to play, and also having tension in any muscle group in your body can create injury, especially as you get older. And so if you don't have a shoulder rest, what you're having to do is this while you're trying to play. And over time, this can cause problems. Now you may not do that, and maybe you'll just do this a little bit, and then you'll hold the violin up with your arm instead. Well, ideally, we want our left hand to be free to play the notes. And as a lot of you may know, playing the notes on the violin in tune, in particular, is the hardest, most difficult aspect of playing the violin. So why would you want to give your hand another job? Hello hand, I want you to play all the notes on the violin, and I want you to hold it up at the same time. So putting a shoulder rest on there alleviates a job of your left hand, or it alleviates any potential tension or injury that you might incur by not having that support, that bridging the gap. Now, shoulder rests, for the most part these days, 98% of them are a style kind of like this. These have two different ways of being adjusted, but they're all pretty similar. There's two adjustments on a shoulder rest in general. So you have this adjustment, right? So if you're an adult or you're just a bigger person and you have a greater distance between the shoulder and the jawbone, then you're going to want to have more adjustment here. You want to have it higher up. So if you're a smaller person, you will usually just screw these feet down like this clockwise, and now that distance is smaller. Okay, so my 11-year-old daughter, for example, if she was using this shoulder rest, I would screw these feet down all the way because she doesn't have that much distance between her shoulder and her jawbone. So now it's a little bit smaller. Now it's going to be a little bit easier for her. Now, if you adjust it taller, and for a child, they're going to be trying to get this in here, and it's going to be really difficult for them. So that's what that adjustment is for. The other adjustment, of course, is the width. Now, most shoulder rests that you purchase, this is a full-size violins. This shoulder rest will fit a 3/4 or a full size. So there's different ways that you can adjust them, but there's these sliders here. This is the Portland brand that we sell, so it has a slider, so it has a kind of infinite scale here, so you can get these feet adjusted in a myriad of different positions. There's other brands like Kuhn where they'll have like 3 holes. You just choose a particular hole. For a full-size shoulder rest, generally this type, you'll have one foot out all the way and the other one about halfway. And of course, if it's a 3/4 size violin, you'll probably have both of them in almost all the way. So a couple things that you want to avoid, a few things that I see some people do occasionally, is sometimes people will put their shoulder rests, especially I see kids do this, they'll kind of put them on like this. And it stays on your violin, but if you shake after a while, if you play after you play a little while, whatnot, these shoulder rests they'll just fall right off, and it's really annoying. So that's why I say, in general, just aim for that middle part of your violin to get that shoulder rest on. Now, what I like to do is I like to actually put it on the middle part and then kind of work it out a little bit so it's a little bit further out. So it's still tight, it still stays on there, but since the shoulder rest is a little bit closer to the edge of the violin, it's going to be a little bit easier to get on that shoulder and provide me the support that I want. But you know, everybody's different, everybody has a different body. But that's what I like to do, generally speaking. So I think that's about it. I hope this video helped you guys. And you know, if you have any other questions or comments or another video you want me to do, just put them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos these days. And of course, always feel free to contact Kennedy Violins. You know, we're all players and teachers, and we're always happy to answer any kind of question you guys got. Thanks.